today's gospel, we read the words, "Then Jesus reprimanded him, and the demon came out of him. That very moment, the boy was cured." Why couldn't we have expelled it? "Because you have so little trust," he told them. "I assure you, if you had the faith the size of a mustard seed, you'd be able to say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it would move. Nothing would be impossible for you." So haven't we all had that feeling that something just came over me? Possibly we've had the experience of things going really well, and we were sailing along in our everyday lives, while not being incredibly heroic or charitable, but certainly not being terribly selfish or sinful. And a button gets pushed by someone or some event, and we turn negative, sour, dark, perhaps even nasty and vicious. And it may be that we can recognize whereby we are pretty balanced and living a fairly integrated life, doing good and avoiding most evil, but there is this one area in our lives that's just really out of focus or really inconsistent with the rest of our lives. It might be a very long-standing bad habit, or a pretty significant dishonesty, or a stubborn refusal to surrender our pride and seek reconciliation. Or it could be an affair or an unhealthy relationship that seemed to possess my otherwise balanced life. Today, it's consoling to think of two wonderful scenarios. I can imagine Jesus being just as demanding, just as full of power-filled faith in ordering these demons out of my life. I can even imagine myself being so encouraged, feeling so freed, that I join him in saying, "Yeah, get out of here. I don't need you. I don't want you here. I want you gone." I believe that with the power of Jesus, you are gone from my life. Today, a mustard seed worth of faith believes that it's not impossible that mountains of this stuff could be moved. I can imagine a dear friend who's suffering from one of these things seems to come over or possess him or her. It's wonderful to imagine loving that person enough to approach him or her and say, "This is not you. This is not a good spirit. This is not right for you. It doesn't fit. You deserve to be free of this stuff. Tell it to leave you. I want to join you in expelling it, in driving it out of your life. I want to be your loving friend. I want to support your faith in Jesus, who has so much more power than that stuff. I want to support you in believing that nothing is impossible for you. I want to support you in your vocation, your marriage, your commitment, your baptism. Today, it feels just wonderful that God's love for us is really unconditional and so freeing. And it's very consoling to think that we don't have to just live with the stuff that doesn't belong in our lives. And I pray, oh Lord, renew, restore, and refresh my faith in your power over the stuff before which I too often feel powerless. Amen.